There's something wrong with my house. At first, I chalked it up to old age. Houses settle, floorboards creak, pipes groan. Nothing unusual, right? At least that's what I told myself. But this house, it never slept. It was alive in the way a carcass still twitches long after death. It started small, the occasional creak at night like someone was shifting their weight in the hall, a whisper of movement in the walls when everything was supposed to be still. The basement, God, the basement, always felt colder than it should. It had this smell, too, like damp earth and something metallic, something almost rotten. I'd go down there sometimes, just to check, just to prove to myself that there was nothing lurking. But every time, the air felt heavier, like the walls were leaning in. The old wooden steps always groaned beneath me, the sound echoing in the silence. And at the bottom, darkness, a thick, swallowing black that even the light bulb overhead couldn't cut through completely. Then came the night when the house decided it didn't want to let me leave. I was in the living room, scrolling through my phone, when it happened. 1 second, everything was fine. The hum of the refrigerator, the distant buzz of a street lamp outside. Then, silence. My phone screen dimmed, no signal, no Wi-Fi. The TV flickered to black, the overhead lights, dead. Not a single thing in the house was working. The power wasn't out, at least not entirely. The clock on the microwave still flashed. My phone battery wasn't dead, but the screen refused to respond. It was like everything just stopped, a forced stillness. And then I heard it. A noise from deep within the house. Not the usual creak, not the settling of wood and nails. This was different, rhythmic, a dragging sound, slow and deliberate, as if something was moving across the floor just a few feet away. My throat closed up, my ears strained, my body refused to move. And then, a thump from the basement door. Not from inside the basement, from my side. I turned, my breath caught in my chest. The door stood closed, same as always, but something about it felt off. I stepped closer, reaching out, fingers barely brushing the knob when, thump. The sound came again, vibrating through my bones. A heavy, deliberate impact like someone, or something, was slamming against the other side. The house was supposed to be empty. I stumbled back, nearly knocking over the lamp beside me, but there was no light to knock over. The darkness seemed to stretch, to thicken, pressing against me from all sides. Then the whispers started, low, garbled murmurs, skittering along the edges of my hearing, just faint enough that I couldn't make out words, if they were words at all. It was as if the walls were breathing, exhaling something ancient and cold. My fingers found the breaker box in the hallway. I yanked it open, my hands shaking. The switches were all in place. No tripped circuits. Everything should have been working. I flipped them all anyway, once, twice, nothing. The house groaned in protest. And then, as if responding to my panic, the basement door clicked. Slowly, the sound of metal against metal, a latch shifting, releasing. The door swung open on its own, and beyond it, nothing, just that thick, endless dark. Then a shape moved within it, not a person, not something that should be there. It was wrong, too tall, too thin, its edges blurred as if the darkness itself was shaping it, molding it like wax. And then it reached for me. I ran. My legs didn't care where, just away. I fumbled for my keys, but the front door wouldn't budge. The windows, locked. The walls seemed closer than before, pressing in, forcing me back toward the gaping basement door, toward the thing inside. My breath came in gasps, my pulse a frenzied drumbeat in my ears. Then, just as quickly as it started, everything stopped. The lights flickered back on. My phone vibrated in my hand. The refrigerator hummed. The street lamp outside buzzed to life. I turned, heart hammering, expecting to see it still standing there. The basement door was closed, sealed tight.
because sometimes, late at night, when I'm lying in bed, I hear it, the faintest whisper just beyond the walls, and I know it's still down there, waiting.